What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down the difference between going to college and entrepreneurship and the costs of both, and kind of just break down the whole timeline of what it would look like if you did entrepreneurship or you went to college, kind of for the average person. Now, if you watched my last video, I started doing giveaways every video. I want to switch it from doing a Bitcoin giveaway just because I don't want wallet IDs everywhere to a PayPal giveaway. So I'll be giving away $25 every video via PayPal. Don't comment your PayPal address. I will message you on YouTube. The other giveaways will still be the same. I'll message the winner on Instagram. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my last video. So let's jump into this right now. So we'll start with college. What is the average cost of college? So I did look up all these numbers to make sure they were accurate. So going to college, you're looking at about, on average, $25,000 a year. And let's just pretend this person's going to go for 4 years. So $100,000 in tuition cost. Now, how much for books and other resources? I'm just going to say about $1,000 a year. So $1,000 a year. And we're going to say for 4 years again for all of these. So that'll be $4,000 right there. Now, one thing a lot of people don't even factor in is the opportunity cost, which is more than most of these, in my opinion, for what else you could be doing. So how much time are you going to spend in class? I'm going to say you have 4 classes, one 3 times a week, one twice a week, all an hour 15, which is about 6 hours a week in class. And I'm going to say you go to school 32 weeks a year. So 2 semesters, mine are usually 12 to 16 weeks. So I don't know, 16 weeks. So we're going to say for 32 weeks. And let me grab the calculator, of course, because I can't do math. So 6 hours a week for 32 weeks is 192 hours a year. And then if we multiply that by 4, you're going to get an even bigger number. So let's do that now. 768 hours for 4 years that you're going to be in a classroom learning. So that is time you could be spending working on your own business, which I will break down in a second. So how much time are you doing homework? I'm going to say you're going to do an hour a day doing homework and studying. Now, I'm being conservative with these to make a point. Obviously, you're probably going to spend more than an hour a day. If you're me, you're not going to spend any time because you're an entrepreneur. But time doing homework, I'm going to say 5 hours a week. Again, by the 32 weeks, which comes out to 160 hours a year. If we multiply that by 4, because 4 years of schooling, is 640 hours for the entire time you're in class. Now, when you're doing finals and other things, this will be substantially higher, but I'm being conservative. Now, how much time to travel? Let's just say you go to class 5 days a week, and we'll say you spend an hour driving each time, or a little less. We'll say 4 hours a week of travel time, because maybe you live on campus, so it might be different with everyone else. Again, 32 times 32 weeks, you get 128 hours a year. Multiply that by 4, it's 512 hours. So total time, 15 hours a week we're devoting to school. And if we multiply that by 32 and then by 4, it's going to bring us to a total of 1,920 hours over 4 years of going to college, where we could be doing other things, but this is all spent on school. So our total cost right here, if we go, let's just say we have a minimum wage job at $10 an hour. If we have a minimum wage job, $10 an hour, working only the times we're going to school, that's $19,200 we could have made, which we will not be making. So that is an opportunity cost you have to take into account, plus the time you could be doing other stuff. We just put minimum wage. So our total cost for going to school is going to be the tuition, which is $100,000. We have the books and other resources, which is $4,000. And then we have the $19,200 we will not be making working minimum wage. Obviously, we're doing entrepreneurship. We're probably going to make more, or it'll be different. So our total cost for going to college is going to be $123,200. And obviously all this time, which we don't have to do at $10 an hour. We could do it this way. So going to school, you're losing this much money over 4 years, which you're probably going to have to pay off for a while after if you're paying for yourself. But what else? How much are you going to make out of college? I looked at the basic business degree, and it was right at about $50,000 a year out of school. Now, most people don't get a job right out of school. It takes a couple months, 6 months, a year. and so on. So you make $50,000 right out of college. So keep that in mind. That is the average. And kind of the cap, I don't know, I'm going to say don't know more than 1% of people that make over 250, can't write, sorry guys, that make over 250K a year, we'll say to 300K. I feel like that's kind of the limit you're at with a degree until you go off and do something by yourself, or you're one of the very rare outliers. So your max is right here, you start right here, and this is how much you're spending on it for 4 years for 1,920 hours. Now let's talk about if you're an entrepreneur. So let's say these people are starting at the same point in time. They're both 18, trying to make the decision, go to 4 years, get a degree, come out making 50,000, and the potential to maybe increase 5 to 10% every couple of years of their income, which every couple of years is generous, probably 5, 10 years to increase a couple percent and cap out at, we'll just say 300,000 a year. Or do you want to be the entrepreneur? And let's say they start an LLC, do everything right. That will be $500. And let's say you have some startup capital. We'll say you have $1,000 right here to spend on whatever business you want. And let's say, again, this is optional, but to make a point, you take a $1,000 course to learn a skill. So you're coming out losing $2,500 right away for entrepreneurship, which you can spend zero. There's a lot of ways to spend zero. Okay, so $2,500 right out of the gate, gone. Again, you can start with zero, doesn't really matter. There's a lot of ways to start free. And let's say for your first year, so this guy had 4 years, so 48 months. So you have 48 months right here to compare to this person who is now negative 123,000 and about to make 50,000 a year, hopefully, if they find a job right out of college that pays the average. So 48 months, let's just say you can increase your income $200 per month being an entrepreneur, which it can be faster, it can be slower, there's ups and downs. But let's say on average, you're increasing your income $200 a month. So not counting all the money we'll make over these 48 months, the 4 years that you're going to school, if you multiply 200 by 48, that is $9,600 a month. Now I know a lot of you, how do I increase it 200? There's a lot of different things you can do. Even for the first year, let's cut this out. Let's say the first year, you don't make any money. You lose money, okay? Or just make none. Even this, what is that? $7,200 a month if the first year you make $0. Now compare that to 50 grand. This is about 100K a year, and this is about what, 70, 84, about 85K a year. Now compare that to not losing $125,000, not spending 1,900 hours, which you will spend some time, might be similar to this, and not coming out making 50,000, and not having a cap of how much you can actually make, and still scaling this and building up, not to mention working when you want, where you want, as much as you want. So this is kind of how I compare entrepreneurship. And then again, your $2,500 cost you can take out. And this isn't even talking about the 3 years you made up until then. That's pretending none of that money happened and you're just increasing $200 a month and reinvesting everything, and you come out way better off if you made no money the first 2 years and your income went up $200 a month. You'd still be better off than this guy because, again, you're not down 125,000. You make more right off the bat. $200 a month increase is not hard. Now, does entrepreneurship look like 200 increase a month? No. It's going to be more like 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I'm up to 2,000 a month. 2,000, 2,000. Okay, I'm up to 5,000 a month. It's obviously not that linear, but $200 a month. Do you think you could do something that can increase how much you're making $200 a month? I think so. It's not too difficult, especially with how much stuff there is online. And if this doesn't show you which thing you want to do, I don't know kind of what will. Now, obviously some things require college. You should go to college. If you want a degree, a certain job, if you want, I don't even want to say security because it's not true anymore. I think entrepreneurship is more secure. Again, you want to have health benefits, so maybe you're going to pay an extra $500 a month for health benefits over as an entrepreneur. But usually, I know so many people graduating college don't even have a job and it's almost been a year, 6 months a year. So you could add another 6 months to that time and still you're building something that's actually worth it. You're not working for someone, and you could sell off any of these businesses that you're making. So when you lay it out and look at it by the actual money, the opportunity cost, which is all this time, versus what if you don't make money for 2.5 years and then the last 1.5 years, you're still going to make more than someone coming out of college, if you can figure it out. And if you stick with something for 1 year, 2, 3, or 4, I guarantee you'll figure it out and make money. But most people just quit after a month or two after it doesn't work. That is why so many of you have trouble making money. Just find something that works. You know other people are doing it, working well. Stick to it. Figure out what you're doing wrong, and you will make money eventually. Stick with something a year and tell me you haven't made money doing it, and I will go give you that money. Not really, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, kind of me laying it out. I like seeing all the analytics. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.